Alright guys, so today I got a different kind of video for you. Sort of new to my channel. I haven't done a video like this before, so bear with me. Just went to Best Buy, okay? And it wasn't really an item on sale in particular, but I thought that since I was there, I should consider elevating and upgrading my content on my YouTube channel. So I thought there was no better way than to grab one of these. This is a drone camera from the company DJI. This is one of their older models, yet more budget model. They had the DJI 3s and the Pros and the Mavics. This is more so on the budget side of the cheaper option. So I ended up paying around, I believe, $350. That's before taxes is the retail price. And after taxes, it costs of course more money. So I picked one of these up, and I also managed to pick up it is a micro SD card with write speeds up to 200 MBs, which I don't know if you can see, says there it has a V3 A2 rating. This was also on sale at Best Buy, so I managed to just grab one of these because when you're using this drone camera, you do have the option of saving the footage like through the live capture to your phone. However, it is in a lower resolution. So if you do plan on saving drone footage in the highest quality, the highest setting available, you'd have to grab one of these and install it. So I got there 128 gigabytes, which is minimum good for, a couple hours of footage. But yeah, this has I don't know if you can see here, so it says here the maximum flight time after a full charge in the air would be up to 31 minutes. I didn't get any extra battery flight packs or charging docks for the batteries, so I will be charging this via USB-C and what comes in the box. Now it says here the highest quality you can get from the video is 2.7K. That is again capped at 30 FPS. You do have an option to go with a lower resolution for a higher frame rate, so I believe 1080 goes up to 60 frames, but I do plan on capturing it on the highest setting just so the image looks a bit sharper. Okay, so let's not waste any time here. Let's see what we got out of the box. Do bear in mind though, you will need to download the app from either the Android or App Store, which will be compatible with this drone. All right, so let's see what we got here. It says here it's compatible with iMovie and Final Cut Pro, which is good to know because that is the editing software I use to edit my videos. So as we open it here, we can see this is the actual drone, which doesn't appear to be too heavy. It's quite light. says it's around 249 grams in total. So this is not bad at all. Okay, let's put that aside. All right, so we got the drone here. Now, it does have a port. When you pull out this sticker, it says charge to activate the battery before first time use. So you're definitely gonna have to charge this up. It shouldn't have any power straight out of the box, so it will need a charge before you use it. This is where the micro SD card goes, and you'll have to make sure you remove all these labels before you put this into flight mode. Okay, so that's that. What else do we have in the box? So we have here what appears to be I think this is the battery, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. Okay, so it looks like there's a pair of extra wings in the event, or no, it says here these are propeller wings, so I think these are necessary to be installed, or they could be replacement ones, I believe. Yeah, these I think are replacement ones. Anyways, it's good. You have a pair of that. You have here a cable, which I believe plugs into one end into your phone and the other into I believe the controller. Yeah, so you have that. This I believe is another one that's also like to plug in via the controller and your phone. Looks like there's a little screwdriver in there. Let's see. All right. This is just a regular USB-C cable. Great, cool. And then there's just training manuals inside the box. This right here is what appears to be the controller. So this is what the controller looks like. I believe there's something that screws into this, and there is this, which would then be the holder for the phone. So you slot that in there. Okay, cool. Let's see, what else do we have in here? I believe the battery is already inside the drone. Doesn't appear to be anything else in the box, so that's everything that it comes with. So as you can see, this is what comes with everything inside the box. You got the drone, the controller, 2 cables, and a USB-C cable. There's also spare flight wings in the event you need to replace it. Looks like these are the little joysticks that screw in. So you just screw that in like that. and you could screw it back out and store it in that little compartment there. This is just to use to control the drone itself. Yeah, this is the pretty basic type controller. It's got even the button here to start the recording or pause the recording or take a photo. So that's cool. What I also managed to pick up from Amazon, and I'll put a link in the description, and I'll also on where to get this. This is pretty much a very cheap travel case, which you could use to store the drone, right? So I wanted to get this because especially if you plan on traveling, you want to have a place you can put the drone rather than to just store it somewhere and possibly scratch or damage the drone. You don't want to do that. So having a traveling case definitely would be a much smoother experience for transporting this. Now, it's the little styrofoam thingies in there. The drone, you grab it like this, and you could put it in this little compartment here, so that holds that. Then you have, again, you want to screw these out beforehand and put them here. Okay, so those are in there, and this should just prop right in here like that. And there is a little top area if you need to put your cables or any extra things. So you could just put that in the top compartment and zip it up. Then you would close this, zip it up, and you got yourself a nice little traveling carry case for the drone. So ideally this would be nice to fit inside of a bag if you have one. And yeah, this is perfect. So I will link a description down below for this. Great. So next I'm gonna be capturing some footage with this drone camera after I fully charge it up, and I will show you guys a preview of how that will look next. So I got my drone here in this case, about to give it a test run. As I take the controller out, I realized when you open the top compartment, I thought there wasn't a cable for the Lightning C for the older iPhone ports, but they actually have one inside, as you can see. So this could just plug straight into your iPhone, and the iPhone would hold right in the top compartment. And there is a USB-C to USB-C cable in there, so if you have a newer gen iPhone, that could work as well, or an Android, that could work as well. All right, so I'm gonna give this a test run and set this up on the base. All right, so I don't have a helipad, so I'm just gonna use this rock. This is the drone. So before you place it, you have to unwind the actual bottom piece. It's this way. Try not to break the thing. And this comes out. First, start with the top piece. Unfold the top piece, Then you can start with the bottom, and the drone looks like that. Okay, make sure you take off this protector for the gimbal. That comes off like that. And then you want to power it on. Now the drone is on. That should be, I think, a good spot for it. Screw that in like that, and I'm gonna stop the recording because I'm gonna need my phone in order to control this. So I will show you guys a preview of how the video quality and pictures look. So once I got the drone up in the air, I was just learning the tricks of controlling it, and I could have went to a much higher altitude, but I thought just because this was my first time flying a drone, I just try to keep it at a low altitude. Also, be wary that if you are using this drone, you may have to make some adjustments if it is a lot windier outside, just so that your drone doesn't fly off. Keep in mind, you want to keep an eye on your drone at all times when you are flying it. Yes, you could use your phone connected to the controller as a second screen, but keep in mind that if you do stare off very far away, you could lose some signal. So just be mindful that if you are flying your drone, always have eyes on where your drone is. You might need to get a pair of binoculars if that's the case. So as I was landing the drone here, you see my friend playing with his dog, and I managed to capture some footage in the daytime, and I also managed to capture some footage during the night. So I will show you what that looks like in a second. Another thing to note as well, when you are recording footage, I didn't mess around with my settings as much. I believe this was only recorded at 1080p at 30 frames. But you could adjust it to a much higher resolution, higher frame rate. Like I said, the highest resolution would be 2.7K, capped at 30 FPS. And here's a still image of what the pictures look like. And here's the nighttime footage that I managed to capture. So when you are recording with your drone, of course, there is no audio. There's no recording feature for sound in the drone because I guess all you would hear is the buzzing noise and the wind picking up. But still, overall, the image quality is really great. You can capture some really nice shots that would be perfect for intros or outros in videos. There's me waving at the camera. And I'll show you in a second what it's like to land your drone. Make sure that you have a good spot, and you could make sure that it's landing properly with the analog stick, just so that it doesn't stare off in the land in a bad spot. So there we go. I landed the drone, and that is my footage that I captured.